Welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. It is Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. I mean, it's not really the weekend yet. I don't know. Do you consider Friday the weekend or just Saturday and Sunday? Let me know. I mean, Friday is like you're like there but not quite there. But I think I would probably consider the weekend Saturday and Sunday. Although I feel like some people consider the weekend Friday, Saturday. So let me know what you guys think. What do you consider the weekend? But I am working with some of the new product from the August to December catalog. And I thought since I have some of that work to do, I would do that with you guys today live. So last night I kind of came up with this idea, and then I was super excited about how the paper cutting worked out like to a T, and so I just had to show you guys how that worked. And I know before you guys have asked a little bit about like mass producing cards and stuff like that, so I just thought I would share some of that with you guys today. So if you're just jumping on, welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Give me a shout out, say hello, so that I know that it's all working, and let me know what you consider the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Hi, Casey. Welcome. Okay, so I can't quite show the card 100% because I haven't assembled it. So whenever I hold it up, it's all going to fall apart because there's a lot of little pieces. Maybe that's what I should have done first. But like that's what it kind of looks like if you can get the gist of it. But I want to show you a fun little thing about the Very Vanilla. So you'll notice, like, oh, you can't even see that, and there it goes. Okay, so maybe that's what I should do first, is adhere the first card together so that you guys can see it. So I kind of started with this stamp set, and all of those little images I felt like were perfect for doing like a little like block pattern thing. Hi Karen, hi Laura, welcome. And so that's what I kind of started with. I started with the little images, and I was like, well, what size do I need? And I was like, let's do a 1-inch square. Let me make sure my comments are scrolling. Friday night to Sunday early afternoon is the weekend. Okay, I mean, I totally get that. That definitely makes sense. Having trouble hearing me. Am I loud? Am I too loud? I'm always too loud. Am I too loud or am I too soft? The chances of me being too soft are probably pretty slim. I will say, while I love the stripes and it fits for this card, it breaks my heart a little to cover up that. Do you see that shine? Of course I put adhesive over it, so there's like double shine. Friday evening through Sunday. Why are my comments not scrolling? Maybe they will now. I can totally see it because like Friday feels like the weekend, but it's technically not. And Sunday evening is like the panic to get ready for the start of the new week, so that's not the weekend, right? I'm not loud enough. Wow, that's a surprise. I've never had that problem. I feel like I'm always too loud. But you know, I did knock it down so that I wasn't too loud, and then I was like crackling. So I did turn it down. Maybe I turned it down too much. Let me know if you guys are all having a problem with my volume. Because like I listen to stuff on my laptop and it's like super loud. So then I like dial it down, but then other things I'm like, boy, this is quiet, and I realize I need to dial it back up again. So I'm actually going to do this one the way I thought to do it. Brad said that I should put dimensionals on each little square, but I felt like that would make each little square like kind of jaggedy, like rock and rolly. And so I thought to do the dimensionals on the crumb cake square. So that's what I'm actually going to do. And I forgot my ribbon. Well, gosh dang it. This is just going to be my test. And I think I'm just going to lay the ribbon across and let the ends hang. I don't know, maybe I'm going to like this one better. But I had intentions of wrapping the ribbon around, which actually, because this ribbon is so thick, I wonder if I would need to put dimensionals on that layer to make it nice and smooth. And then I'm using one of these little wooden elements that I don't normally use, but there's always a time to use them. I'm just going to use some snail, even though I'll probably, when making these in mass production, I'll probably use fine tip glue pen. So that's what it looks like without the little squares. But I don't like these little squares. They were like my tester squares. So it is kind of quiet today. Okay, here, hold on. Let me try to, maybe I went too low. Maybe you guys are too far away too. Okay, how is that? Is that better? I've never been told I'm too quiet. I should like document this with like a plaque on the wall or something like that. I try every day, but I'm usually too loud. So yeah, if you're just jumping on, welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Let me know in the comments what you consider the weekend. Is it just Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, not Sunday, Friday, and Saturday? So yeah, let me know that. Also, keep me posted if like you guys can't hear me or if I'm like crackling or anything like that. And I'll do my best to fix it. Okay. Also, this was the other card. I showed that one the other day, but kind of uses some of those same fun patterns. Maybe a bit better. Okay. Because I feel like if I go up too high, then I'm going to get that crackling again. But I don't know. It's all trial and error, so we'll see. We're going to go with this for the rest of the time, and then I might bump it up because I went up like a segment or whatever. Okay, so what I did for the Very Vanilla, I went with a regular Cajun Craze card base. So I have my like at 16 or something like that. Okay, try now. Do I sound better now? Because it just like stalled out for a second and then came up, and that might be the delay that you guys see. And so now it might be better. It might not have changed like immediately whenever I did it. So yeah, bear with me. You guys are all fabulous. So here is my Cajun Craze card bases. And then the Very Vanilla that I used is actually 3 3/4 by 5. Now, when you do 5 plus 5 is 10, we're going to do a little kindergarten math. I don't know what grade you do math. 5 plus 5 is 10. And this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. So that means I have 1 inch left, and my little squares are 1 inch. So that leftover strip is my 1 inch piece. So I don't know. Yeah, you could get out of, Vanna can't handle it today. I need 1 piece for the inside of the card, 1 piece for the front of the card, and I would be able to get 4. Actually, no, this is 3 3/4, so I wouldn't be able to get 4. But I would almost be able to get 4 off of just a half sheet to be able to make one of these cards. So you can technically get, if I trim off this whole piece, I would be able to get a total of 8. So that would still work. Yeah. So let me show that in action. I'm not the best with math, which is why so if I go ahead and I'm going to cut this at 5, cut it again at 5, this is along the 11 inch side, and then I have my 1 inch left over. These 2 pieces I'm going to cut at 3 3/4. So here's 2 pieces for 1 card, And then this one's going to be cut at 3 3/4 as well. 2 pieces for a second card, which of course my card bases, I get 2 per sheet as well, because this is 8.5 by 11. So now I have this as 8.5 by 11. So 2 sheets of cardstock used so far. And then I still have these 2 pieces left over. And these are 1-inch strips / they might be a little bit more than 1 inch, just because, as you know, that 8.5 by 11 does have a hair extra. So if I cut at a hair low and a hair low, then we're going to have, like, you know, if I did like the low end of 5 rather than the high end of 5, then you might end up having a couple extra snippets, which that one seems to be fine. So we're just going to cut this one at 1 inch. There's 2 little squares. I hope all of that hair low, hair high stuff didn't super confuse you. We're not talking about actual hair. So you had crackling in the previous video, but you're good now. That's awesome to hear. And I apologize for the crackling, because whenever I listened to that back, it was horrible. And this one is perfect. So I have 2, 4, which I need for one card, and 4, which I need for the other card. And I still have this much left over for additional cards. So we're using a lot of the scraps and the leftover pieces from that same piece there. The other thing is my striped designer series paper. I actually did as 3 by 3 squares. So of course 3 by 3 is divisible by 12 by 12. So I was able to use every inch of the 12 by 12 sheet of designer series paper too. Awesome. Thanks for the heads up, Karen. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, it's so hard to cover up that gorgeousness. But we're using the stripes. And that's what we're going with. So now on these little squares, I am using various images from here. So since I'm going with a fall look, I'm using the squirrel, the pumpkin, the acorn, and the leaf. And since I'm using these colors, I went with those colors as my ink pads. So we have mint macaron. I went with the leaf because I don't think that there's a mint macaron squirrel out there, or acorn. There are like whitish green pumpkins, but still probably not. Which, that's another question. Do you guys like white pumpkins, or do you like the traditional orange ones? Or what about those like gray blue ones? Let me know which ones you guys like. I feel like the white pumpkins are like a huge hit for like decorations and stuff, like the fake ones and stuff to like decorate the inside of your house. Or at least I felt like that last year. Who knows what it'll be this year. But yeah, let me know. Do you like the traditional orange pumpkins and like the fall theme? Or do you like that like white pumpkin look? Then we have crumb cake and Cajun craze. So we're going to do the leaf. And I want to show you, I did a single leaf. And I thought that it just looked too small on the square. Especially since like the pumpkin fills out the whole square. And then the leaf just looks like lonely in the middle of that giant square. So I did do a stamp twice and got like more of like a fanned out look. I also did that with the acorn. The acorn looked so little, like all alone, so I just stamped 2 acorns. So I'm just going to ink up the little leaf in mid macaron and stamp once, rotate, stamp again. And I'm going to do that for both of these, since we're kind of making 2 at the same time. They're so pretty. Are my comments not scrolling, or does nobody have a say about orange or white pumpkins? So then my pumpkin I did in Cajun craze, and then I did the little topper in early espresso, which might almost be too dark, but I think we're going to go with it. And where's my little, the early espresso, like, so the top is actually like the handle to the pumpkin and a little like leaf. I wouldn't mind having a nice green leaf to like a brown stem, but I would have to use my markers for that, and I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to go a brown leaf with a brown stem. This pumpkin's been sitting for a while. It doesn't fit. I stamped it too high. Oh yeah, I totally stamped it too high. This one it might fit. Barely. I'll probably redo it. So actually last night I stamped the leaf first and thought it would be easier because the pumpkin's bigger and I'd be able to see better. It also helps with lining it up. So apparently that was a good idea and I should do that. So let's stamp the leaf first, or I just need to make sure that I stamp my pumpkin really low. Again, that's one of those like trial by error sort of things. I'm not a genius or a miracle stamper or anything like that. I just make the mistakes and then have tips and tricks to share with all of you guys. The new cinnamon cider. The only thing is it's not one of the colors in the designer series paper. So I think I'm going to leave it out, but that would be a good color for fall stuff. So I do need to keep that in mind. Awesome idea. Thanks, Casey. That was a good one. Okay. Gosh, it's so dark when you first stamp it. Like, look at how much it like soaks into the cardstock and dries and becomes so much lighter. Okay, so I have my 2 pumpkins. I technically have 3 pumpkins, but see, I almost feel like I stamped those too low then. Last night I nailed it and thought I was like, this is so easy, and then today I'm struggling, of course, because I'm on camera with you guys, but never fails. Okay, so now we have the little squirrel, and with the little squirrel, I actually two-toned him, and I'll show you how I did that. Doing 15 of these might make me go crazy like a squirrel, but we shall see. So I inked him up completely in the crumb cake. And then, because his tail is off to the side, I just did just the tail in early espresso. And that's how I got a 2-tone squirrel. He's so cute. I probably would clean this off between each one. That's going to be fun to remember to do. Because going back to crumb cake with that early espresso tail, I don't want to mix the dark with the light, but it's okay to go light to dark. So that works okay. You like the white ones for decorating? I do too. I think I just like them because they're so, I don't know, clean, pretty. I feel like you can do a little bit more with like white pumpkin decorating than you can with like orange pumpkin, because there's like 52 different shades of orange pumpkins out there. So if you're doing like a lot of decorating and finding stuff year over year or at different places, then there's like, you know, the neon orange, and then there's the deep burnt orange, and you know, it's hard to like coordinate it all together. Not that I'm an interior decorator by any means. I might be able to decorate cardstock, but I cannot decorate my home. It's horrible. So yeah, Look at my little squirrel. Isn't he cute? And then, oh, we still have the acorn left to do. And the acorn I did just in crumb cake. I'm going to try a couple different positions with the acorns. Okay, so there's options 1, 2, and 3. Do you like the single one? Do you like the far apart ones? Or do you like the close together ones? Let me know what you guys think. I will say that the reason why I did 2 versus just that 1 was because it looks so small whenever I add it with all of the other pieces. So you'll see that here in a second. So I'm actually going to take 2 of them that don't have adhesive and lay them out. Oh, I need to make sure I remember to have 4 of the correct ones. Stamp one of them off like I did the leaf almost. Okay. I don't know. I kind of like the ribbon like this rather than tucked around like I had originally thought I would do, but forgot to do before I did this. So close together. You like them close together. Stamp off one of them. Okay. Let's try the stamp off. But yeah, that is what the, oh wait, yes, we already put on the little, the wooden element there. Let's try a stamped off one. I'm going to grab that messed up pumpkin out of the trash and do the stamped off. Having 4 ink pads open is really dangerous for me. I almost think it's too light. Like you can't see that second one because crumb cake is kind of light as it is. So I don't think it's working like it's almost not like I dropped the stamp on the cardstock after I stamped it. That's what I think of with that. Come on, we've all been there, haven't we? Where you like stamp down and you're like, wow, and then something happens and you fumble and you drop the stamp and it's like going everywhere and you're just like land up, land up, land up, and goes right down onto your project. I'm not the only one, right? Come on. Come on. You guys know. You've been there before, surely. Okay. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to show you guys with this, since we still have some time, but I don't have all my like little stuff cut out yet, is this fabulous double, or it's not a double Z fold, it's just a Z fold card with that awesome little extra. So this actually uses the same designer series paper, but it uses the beautiful autumn. Awesome. Thanks, Laura. I'm glad I'm not alone. Either that or maybe it's just a Laura thing. But this one uses the beautiful autumn stamp set. And this one has coordinating punches that are super fun because it makes punching easy and quick. So there's 2 different leaves and then there's a little acorn. And I actually punched out the designer series paper for the acorns. Let me see if I can dig out some of the designer series paper without throwing ink pads all over the place. So you can see the designer series paper, and I was super excited about this and not sad to like feel like I was wasting it, because I still don't know if I can get on board with this pattern. I'm not sure what it is, but I will say that I saw this while I was editing the video for the reveal of this designer series paper, so it was the full sheet, and I almost feel like I could see a pine cone. So I will dig out this piece, which is a full sheet, and I will post it up and see if you guys see a pine cone. I think I can kind of see it. Do you guys see a pine cone? Do you see a pattern? Is it supposed to be a certain way? Do you think it's pretty? So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this paper and what you see when you look at it. Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. When you look at it like sideways, you almost think it's like this side of a flower, but then whenever you see that it just keeps going and going and going, you're like, where's the other half of the flower? Maybe I'm just a flower girl, and that's why. Okay, I feel like the camera did not capture that very well. Let's try this one more time. Otherwise, you'll have to wait, and you see the texture of pine cones, but no defined pine cones. Yes, it's almost like one of those illusion things. Like, you know, where it's like, oh, I see a sailboat, and you're like, what? It's a whole bunch of peacocks, or, you know, whatever it might be. I'm not really good at those, but I did one the other day that was on my phone, where it said, hold it to your nose and then pull it away. And oh my gosh, I saw it, and it was like the coolest thing ever. And then I had Brad look at it, and he's like, I'm not good at those. And I was like, I'm not either, but I did this one, and it worked. And he didn't see it, but I also couldn't see it again. Like, it's like if you know it's there, you can't do it again, because you almost need that, like, tricked brain thought. I don't know. It was crazy. But, okay, so one of the things that I still need to cut is my crumb cake, because that is what I need to be able to assemble all my little squares on. Of course, I did all of the other pieces. I guess I could always just stamp all of like my little greeting things. What do you put on the inside of Happy Fall, y'all? Do you guys like that greeting? Happy Fall, y'all? Or does it sound hippie-ish or country, or I don't know. I feel like my ink pad is super juicy. There, that took care of it. Anytime you have a stamp that kind of looks like the ink is like pooling on it or not giving you like a nice even look, clean it off. Like just like wipe it on a piece of paper, wipe it on your chamois, but clean it off. A lot of times what that is like residue, or, I mean, I don't know what it exactly is, but like residue or oil or something like that from the manufacturing of it. So I'm guessing that when Stampin' Up! Like pours this is all a guess, I have no clue, but they pour liquid photopolymer into a mold and then let it dry, and then they pop it out of the mold, and then they cut it into, like laser cut it into stamps. I think that's how it is. If anyone who's working from Stampin' Up! Is watching my Facebook Lives, then I feel very honored, and let me know if you know the answer to that. But yeah, I think because of that, there's probably like, they almost like that's what we do for baking, right? We Pam spray, and then it pops out a lot easier. So I have a feeling that's what it is, and it's just like a little grease residue or a little something like that, and you just need to clean it off so that the ink will then cover your stamp and not pool into different areas. You're not a fan, you're not a fan of that paper. That's why you can use the other side and you can punch out all those little pieces to create fun little things like that down there in the corner. Okay. Oh, or you're not a fan of Happy Fall, y'all. Could be one of those. I'm not sure. I'm just now seeing the comments, so sorry, Casey. So what does everybody have planned for the weekend? Anything fun? We actually have no plans for the weekend, but you can ask me again on Monday how well it goes. We're hoping to possibly, let's lower our standards, work on the bathroom rather than finish the bathroom because it's probably not going to happen. Brad's mom did come today to watch Claire this morning and play with her. And normally I just come down here and work, and Brad works too. But we did, if you want to call it that, a day date. And we went to Target, Home Depot, and Aldi. We're crazy, folks, over here. But that was the first time that I had been to Aldi since March. The first time I've been to Home Depot since I have no clue when, because I don't know that I went at the end of March or at the beginning of March. And the second time I've been to Target during all of this time. So it kind of felt like I wanted to buy everything because I was just like, I feel like I don't know when I'll ever come back. It's crazy. So we picked out a toilet to put in our new bathroom, or it's not really a new bathroom, it's a bathroom redo. Definitely the layering of a pine cone. Okay, so we're all seeing the pine cone thing. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm a huge fan of the Happy Fall, y'all, but my other options are buried. My other options were Happy Thanksgiving, which totally goes, or With a Grateful Heart, which totally goes, or just From All of Us. You know, I've really struggled with the greetings from all of us for so long because when it was just me and Brad, I'm like, all of us too. Like, that doesn't make sense. So, thank goodness for Claire, because now I can use that greeting, I guess. Target drive up is life. Yes. I have been loving them more and more and more. But you can't get everything in the drive up. But they are a lot faster than Walmart is in the coming out and giving you your stuff process. And our local Walmart doesn't do pickup, so I have to go to the next town over, and that just makes it a longer process. And a lot of time, and I have to schedule out with Walmart, whereas Target, I can buy my stuff and they'll just tell me when it's ready. And a lot of times it's like within an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 at the max. But it's been really fast. So like I could literally be like, we need something for supper. And boom, I could go pick it up for supper tonight. But like I needed sports bras and they don't do sports bras for pickup. So, what are we going to do? Okay, so I have all of those done. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and adhere my little squares on and just chat with you guys. Unless there's something specific you want to see about this card that I haven't shown off just yet. Ooh, should my stripes go sideways or up and down? Or do you think it matters? Here they go sideways. Maybe I'll do one up and down, and it'll be like, who got the up and down card? Because you're special. So yeah, we're hoping to lay flooring in the bathroom, put in the new tub, do the finishing, and we still have to paint the trim. And then, I think we might be done. I'm sure something else will come up, though. Let's hope not. because just when we got somewhat close to the end of that project and we're going to be at a bit of a standstill, everything is fabulous, then adulting happened and we had water in our basement. So that was fun. One good thing is it wasn't bad, the water in the basement. It was just a little bit. But it did get in the carpet in Brad's room. And so we ripped up the carpet, but we literally just cut out the wet carpet immediately and got it out of the house. So the cleanup and the bad part is gone, but now we need new flooring because we have cut out hole in our carpet. And Brad's room is small. My stamp room is large, but they are joined together. So do we put a threshold between his flooring and my carpet, or do we redo the whole thing? And if we redo the whole thing, if that's your vote, just know that this giant table, that giant table, and all of that has to move. Yeah. That's when the heart palpitations and the bursting head happens. And I'm like, why did we not buy a house 10 years ago before we ever had kids and when we didn't have to worry about moving in right away? And we had less stuff. Oh, wait, that's right. We had no money back then. Okay. Anyway, I will keep you guys posted on the bathroom update. And if you guys want to see it, I can always start a live up there or just post pictures here on Facebook. It's black, white, and the same bluey green that I have down here. In fact, that's where the bluey green started, was that bathroom. We actually painted that bathroom before we ever moved in because that really mattered. But I've always wanted a blue bathroom like that, so we were like, well, that's a small, easy project. We'll just go ahead and paint the bathroom. So we did that while my mom painted while we cleaned before we moved in the next day. And then we ended up doing, then the tub needed replaced. Well, then we got a white tub, and the toilet is like cream. So, and the vanity has a white top. So then the cream toilet looked really bad, and then it's got tan flooring, so it just became one thing after another. Okay, Casey, what the heck is Pergo Timbercraft? I will have to talk to you about how you did that because I'm sure we need all the tips and tricks on how to do it. Oh, geez, I just realized what time it was. I better wrap this up. Don't forget, I have them here somewhere. Don't forget about the pajama party, which is next Thursday, so a week from, no, it's the 23rd. 2 weeks from yesterday is when the pajama party is, and we will be doing the Simply Citrus kit, and I went ahead and I made one of each because I wanted to have all the tips and tricks ready for you guys, and I don't know where those, oh, there they are. I'll go get them. So I've already done one each of them, and here they are. They're super gorgeous, and they also have like very generic greetings, but you could also change them to be any greeting you want. And this is the card kit that we'll be creating on the pajama party on July 23rd. So if you want, I should have left you guys a link, but if you want, then message below and I'll send you the link so that you can get this kit. If you order it by like next Wednesday, it should come in time so that we can create this kit together. It is all inclusive, so it doesn't matter what you have at home as long as you have scissors, then you can put together this kit, and it is a total of 15 cards. There are 3 each of the 5 designs. So that is July 23rd. You can also use the hostess code that is scrolling across the top to place that order, and you'll get an extra fabulousness from me. So So yeah, that's super, super exciting. I feel like there is something that was deja vu-y about that made me think, did I send out goodies to the last group of people? I will have to reach out to you if that is you. But yeah. Oh, here's a little square with adhesive on it. Hopefully I don't end up with that like on my shoulder or something. Not that I'm going anywhere and it would matter, but so yeah, check that out. Also, don't forget that you can join my mailing list. I did leave a link in the description for my mailing list, and you'll also get a card making cheat sheet whenever you sign up for my mailing list as a little special thank you. I don't spam you like crazy. I might send out 2 to 3 emails a month just with card projects, promotion ideas, and various things like that. So you can always sign up and enjoy all of those little perks too. The plan is going well, and I've been on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week, so that is the plan for next week too, and we'll see how this goes. So I hope you guys will have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining in on Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.